I just love my new intro. I decided to play it for this show because that way it kind of, we cross promote the live streams that we have scheduled for the week. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday evening to you. Hope your week was, not too horrible so that you could be here today and be all ready to get your laugh on. I we got a lot of great memes in this week, and so we will be showing them to you. Some of them were kind of just like, oh my God, what is wrong with people? They need jobs. I know what it is. It's Rona. It's Rona. People are at home and they're bored out of their minds. So you see all the crazy stuff on that TikTok stuff. People don't have nothing to do. So they're just thinking up crazy stuff. It's unbelievable. Hey, Mary Elizabeth. What's up, Faith? And Lady Boss. And Diane and everybody, all the usuals. Ash is here. Yep, I see everybody. Sean Q, little Shawnee. And I still enjoyed looking at your thumbnail for What the Fuck Tuesday. I was like, that show was funny. But if you just wandered into this show because you didn't know what the heck was going on, you saw a live stream. What we do here on Friday nights is we drag dusty people that have posted crazy, stupid stuff on the internet. They have revealed themselves to be like less than intelligent, kind of odd, sexist, misogynistic, control freaks, whatever. We drag them, and that's what we do, and it's a great time. So if you have someone who you think would like to participate in this dragging, please send them the link. Likewise, as we will go through this show, I'll be giving you some information later for if you come across something that you think would be good on the show, where to send it and how to submit it to us for an upcoming broadcast. Then we have like 2 more of these, and then we'll be done with this for the season, people. So if you got some stuff, you need to send it in now. Send it in now. Okay? So let us get started. Let me, where's my slideshow? Here we go. Let me switch on the slideshow and let's get started. All right. I can't believe it's the end of August already. All right. Notice he called himself Fonzie. I'm like, dude, you don't have no kind of cool like Fonzie had. He says, I'm sorry, but eggplant will never be enough just for me to stick around. I need my soul fed, spiritual growth. Teach me, mold me, guide me, talk to me, love me, connect with me, and understand me. Notice all the me's in there. Dude, what's a woman get out of doing all that for you? You need a mama. That's what that is. That's what mothers do to their small sons. When you're like 4, 5, and 6, you sitting up here in this picture with a bushy ass beard and a mustache and looking old as hell and talking about you need somebody to mold you. Nigga, you should have been molded years ago. Decades ago, as a matter of fact. What's wrong with you? Guide me. What are you, 3? Get out of here. Need a CNI dog or something to guide you. That ain't a woman's job. My God, these dudes. Yeah, this is what he wants. This is like what you're looking at right here is somebody who is what we call a spiritual vampire. A lot of women will get, sucked into this because they feel like, I'm helping him. I'm making him be a better man. I'm doing all this stuff for him. This and that. Okay, then after a few months to a year of that, when you realize when you look in the mirror that you look like a shell of your former self, that you're emotionally and mentally depleted, psychologically exhausted, physically exhausted, and he's sitting over there looking all chipper and perfect and wonderful, you will realize the grand mistake that you made. You don't never do all of this stuff for a grown man. You don't even really, you do it a little bit while they're teenagers and stuff, but by then you should already got all your lessons should already been taught when your children were small. All this, teaching and molding and guiding and all of this correcting and connecting. That's supposed to be something that happens to your kids before they become a teenager. So if you're lagging as a parent, that's another conversation. But this dude is fully grown. Fully grown. Don't nobody want to sign on for that. And he's talking about that's going to never be enough and he want to drain you dry. Well, you don't even get that. Get out of here. I'm telling you. I don't know what to say about your folks, but anyway, let's move on. Now, see, first they drain you, right? Then they're going to complain about what you don't do. So this woman's, made this meme, and she says a loyal chick comes with a smart ass mouth and crazy ass attitude. And so then he gonna respond with that same quote, loyal chick, 30 years and later, sitting on the bench with a cat. Now, what is the purpose of this? The purpose of this is to show that whether you're loyal or not, the fact that you have a smart mouth and you don't listen and you have attitude means that you're going to be by yourself. They don't really want loyal. What they want is obedient, subservient, and submissive. So, she's feeling like, well, I'm loyal but I'm going to talk mess to you because, you got to come correct. And if you messing up, I'm going to tell you about yourself. But he's like, no, we don't want that. You're going to be left on the bench with a cat. Well, I don't know. Why don't they act like cats are such bad things? You know, cats are kind of okay if you're not allergic like me. Let's move on. She's not spaced out. She's reflecting. You know what she's really thinking about? She's thinking, wow, how wonderful my life is. And all my friends' lives are all fucked up because their husbands make them miserable. That's what she's really thinking. Like, this life is peaceful. I'm in the park doing what the fuck I want to do and doing everything I want to do the way I want to do it. That's what she's thinking. And Kitty's like, that's right. Kitty co-signing. So, see, I have a different version of the story. Now, let's talk about this. They always advocating that they don't want you to do nothing. They ain't going to do nothing. They don't spend no money. So now, this is another brainwashing technique, ladies. Notice this. What you have to do if you're going to truly love somebody, not fake love, true love. If you're going to truly love someone, you will not be asking him for any money. That's what they're trying to say. See how the side is heavy on the heart and light on the money? Well, who gives the love, according to Dude in the previous slide? That would be you. So, again, this relationship is out of balance. You're overgiving. And you know what? Bills need to be paid. Even when you come over to a woman's house to eat and you call yourself her man, you eat a lot. Men eat way more than women do. So you need to contribute some groceries. You don't know what somebody's budget's like with your big ass 220 pounds of man coming in there eating like a goddamn army. And you think somebody's supposed to feed you every couple of days? Nuh-uh. You better give me some money. And you better help cover the PG&E at it. And then that cable and all the shit you want to watch, sports and all that shit, you paying for that. You're going to pay for all of it. I'm not paying for nothing because I don't even like TV. So you want to come to my house and watch all kind of stuff, you're going to pay for it. My TV only gets Netflix, and that's it. Girl, them niggas be hungry. Shit. They be hungry at 170. So, at 220, 250. And I'm not saying he has to be fat. I mean, he could just be, muscular from working out or whatever. But it doesn't matter. He's got, he eats a lot. So you need to be kicking down. And it's like, if you ain't going to be a benefit to a woman in a relationship with you, get out. Keep it moving. Mr. Broke, trying to convince somebody that they should give you love and you shouldn't give them nothing back. Now, this picture here, we don't really know that that's what it is, but this is the caption. So let's just roll with it. And he's got on the back of his shirt, it says, a dad that's going to step up. That's the rest of it, step up. And so their caption says she cheated on him while they were together, got pregnant by someone else, yet he still loves her and is ready to adopt the child as his own. Now, keep in mind, that doesn't mean that what this caption is really true and represents this picture, because, people find pictures on the internet to make a meme. So don't automatically condemn the woman and the man as being stupid. We're talking about the message, okay, not the picture. Now, what is this message? That this guy is something wrong with him, that he's a simp, that there's a problem. Now, women do that all the time, right? They expect it. You got to love me and my kids. I got 15 kids and 57 baby mamas, but, I I'm still a good man. I'm still a good man. But if they, if it's you in reverse, then they don't want to do it. I don't really see a problem, even if this were true. I don't see a problem with it. If he's good and happy with it, so am I. Because you know what? For all we know, he can't. He's shooting blanks, and it's the only way that they can have a baby together. And so that's the real story. I always have a. There could be other possibilities other than the one that is presented. Yeah, I think you're right, Sej. That's exactly right. Now, this girl, just reflecting on what we just saw about the money, right? And giving too much, and don't ask someone nothing. This woman says that if bitches are always quick to tell you asking for some money, asking to bring you something to eat. Girl, that nigga need to pay a bill. Listen, she says, one thing about me, I don't even like fixing my mouth to ask a nigga for nothing, fucking or not. If he wants to give it or do anything for me, it will be done. That's just me though. Bitches be too comfortable begging. And I'm not built like that. Anything I need, I go get it. Call it what you want. And so Charlene comes back and she says, yeah, that's why you fool with somebody who you ain't gotta ask, especially if he ain't too proud to ask for some kitty cat. I used to be like that until I found a man who holds me down. And I just thought it was interesting. It's like, what are you in a relationship for? Who's going to have your back if you up against the wall? Who can you go to if you have a problem? If you try to do everything yourself, why do you need to be in a relationship? How can you depend on your partner if you feel like you can't ask him for anything? I'm trying to figure out what kind of relationships this girl has. They must be very shallow and very superficial because she's not willing to be vulnerable. That's basically what's saying here. I don't want to need you. I don't want to ask you for nothing because then that means I need something from you. She doesn't want to do that. So, that's what's behind this message. She's trying to cover it up by saying, you know, she's trying to say that she doesn't want to, that it's wrong to do it, but in reality it's not wrong to do it. If you need something and your man can help fix the problem, then why wouldn't you ask him for it? He's not a mind reader. He's not going to magically know. So I mean, you have to tell him. You have to tell him. And most of them don't want you, if they really care about you, they don't want you suffering like that when they had the ability to alleviate the problem by writing a check or, putting $50 or calling something and put it on a credit card. I mean, even my brothers did that. I blew my transmission. Oh my God, a couple of years ago. I blew my transmission and I forgot what happened. I had just paid thousands of dollars for something. So I was a little tight on cash for a minute. And I wanted to get my car fixed like right then, right? And so my brother just, called over to the place and put the thing on his credit card and then I just paid him. But that's how when people care about you, that's what they do. They step up and alleviate the problem. So when you have an attitude like this, I mean, the real problem isn't that you ask your man. The real problem is that you have a man who doesn't want to do it, who doesn't want you asking him for anything. And you're calling that your man. That's why this lady came back and said, you find somebody that you don't have to ask. Because he sees with his own two eyes, he's that in tune, and he knows. You know what I mean? So there's an interesting thing about it. And I don't know. I mean, I have guys I've never done nothing with. And they will come, if you need them, they come over to help you. So I don't understand what kind of, why she's trying to make it sound like she's all proud of that kind of attitude. That's not the way to be if you're going to be in a relationship. You have to be interdependent. He depends on you for stuff and you depend on him for stuff. And that's just how it is. Now, you just asking for some minor stuff just to be asking for it. Well, that's different. But, even then, I never met a guy who wanted me to go to a company Christmas party with him. And I told him I didn't have any money for no shit like that. And at the time, I didn't. And so he took me shopping, bought me a dress, bought me shoes, bought me jewelry, paid to get my hair done and paid to get my feet and nails done. because that's how bad he wanted me to go to this party with him. Now, if it was up to me, I would have just stayed home, you know. But he put all his money where his mouth was. So we both went to the party looking really cute. He made a great impression on his new boss, and it was all gravy. So that's why he wanted me there, because he knew I would make him look good. And he knew it cost him several $100s. It was about $500 or $600 altogether. But to him, it was worth it. He was working on the .com. He made a lot of money. It was no big deal. So this was very interesting, and I hate to see her with this attitude, you know. Now check this shit out right here, dude. Just straight up with it. I settled for my wife because she has a stable income. If it was up to me, I would still be with my ex. Now, how many of you are going to get upset at this? How many times have I told you? You cannot compete with a man's first love. You cannot compete with his first love. She is going to always be in his mind. She's going to always be in his heart. And that's just the way it is. Now, you know, he might love you too. But I tell you, if anything happened, he's going to go running to her to help her. He's going to step up for her. The fact that you won't like it is just going to be too bad. Sometimes the first love is, you know, the baby mama. They end up going back to her, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because it may not be that great of a relationship, but he can't let it go. He can't let her go. Right? So this was very interesting how he says he settled for her. And these are the kind of women that you get into a relationship with a man and you press him to marry you. You propose to him. You try to present yourself like the man. Well, look, I have all these things here. You know, why don't you just move in with me? You know, you the dude in the relationship. You have stepped into the role as the provider. And he's the girl. And you think because he moved in or because he married you that means he loves you. That doesn't mean anything like that. It means you're in a relationship of convenience, as he just admitted. I have a whole article on my blog, Surviving Dating, that I must have wrote that article 15 years ago or so. I mean, a long time ago. But it's about relationships of convenience. It breaks it down so you understand how women get in those and why. Okay, and it's on survivingdating.com. Relationships of convenience. That's what this is right here. Well, I mean, this is a reality check. And you see that when this was just a week or so ago. Women need to hear this kind of stuff from men, because you pressing. I don't know why he want to still call her. He still talk to her. They still friends on Instagram. They on Facebook, on Twitter. They friends on, and you get mad about it instead of understanding what that means. You're the placeholder, chick. You're the place. It don't matter. Well, I'm the wife. I got a ring. That doesn't matter. What did I just tell you the other day about titles? Titles don't mean shit. You go by what he's doing and how he's treating you. Okay? So you the wife? Yeah, but look at this. Look at this. Well, but this is a warning to you. This is a warning to all of you chasing rings and titles. This woman got a title. She got what to her is probably the ultimate title of wife. And look at this. Does she have his heart? Hell no. Would he leave her in a second for the other woman? Without a doubt. He would break out like Roadrunner. Beep, beep, and be gone. But then, but she run around talking about, I'm married. I's married now. I done told y'all, stop chasing titles. Stop chasing rings. Stop chasing men, period. If he don't come to you willingly, willing to give you his everything, leave that motherfucker alone. Don't you call him. Don't you text him. Don't you ask him nothing. Don't you hit him up on social media to see what he's doing, who he's dating, asking other people about him. You don't do nothing. You leave his ass alone. Leave him in the dust like the dusty he is. He's not into you. He don't want you like that. Okay, stop it. It's just so to see women groveling for men like that, begging them to love them and begging them to call them, begging them to take them out and pay attention to you. Stop it. Don't you have any pride at all? And this chase the title, he won't be I'm going to be the girlfriend. I want a title. What are we? And all this old stuff. Just doing too much. Oh, my God. Let's move on. Yeah, they desperate. This was funny. Hey, bruh, why does my girl have a video smashing in her phone? I don't know, King, he says. Nigga, don't uplift me. It's like, I couldn't stop laughing. I could not stop laughing. This is funny. I don't know what to say about this. This is kind of interesting. So, no, I don't know, King. That's just two Dusties together. Next. Now, here's another way, trying to scare women. Your grand prize behind, behind curtain door number 2. The old leave it. What's it called? Let's make a deal scene. By your grand prize for being a me first, narcissistic bee when it comes to relationships. So if a woman puts herself a little first, her needs and stuff are a priority to her, which every man's is, okay. But when they get to see or meet a woman who doesn't put them first, they have this. This is the reaction right here. It's such a foreign concept to them because so many women are brainwashed to put men first. What men want to eat first. What men like first. What men want them to look like first. What he wants to do in a relationship first. Fuck him. That's the only F he getting out of me. It ain't first, it's fuck. Okay? And the end of it ends with a U. So, this is the kind of attitude that's being expressed here. Me first. He's just so resentful that you want to put yourself first over him, like every man on this planet does. They don't never worry about you. I mean, you get a guy who worries about you first. He's just like some kind of like 3-horned toad or something. You just so rare to see. Yeah, these cats are like, oh, they about to sing. They breaking out like the Temptations. I don't know, but I don't know why they always relate, something negative in women and cats. It's just, but even though our cat, they call what we got kitty cat, right? Pussy cat, all that. That's the first thing that happens. So let's move on. Now look at this dust right here. Now, you don't really know the nationality of the dustiness. Thanks, Jamila. You don't know the nationality of the dust. But I don't know. This is just so bizarre. I couldn't even believe it. I have to read it because I know a lot of people listen to this show on their way home from work in traffic. So I will read it to you because it's kind of long. The title's looking for a female roommate to pay 0 rent. Okay, that's going to get a whole bunch of the teachers' attention. Now listen to the rest of it, though. I will not charge you money, but I will be sharing my bed with you as the other room is being used by my parents. They are aware of this arrangement as I have done this before, but it has not worked out for reasons I would rather not say on here. I will expect hugs at least 5 times a day and cuddles at least 2 times a day for at least 10 minutes each. You will not be dating any other man during this arrangement. You will have no male friends either. You may have female friends and they may visit if they like. You will also be required to make me meals 3 times a day. Physical requirements. Thanks, Leandra. Physical requirements are as stated. Must be shorter than 5'5", weigh no more than 120. Be Caucasian or Asian only. Republican. Biologically female. I heard that. No tattoos. No Muslims. No vegans. No smoking or vaping. Marijuana. And you must shave your legs and underarms. I am 44-year-old male, 290 pounds. Last time I checked, I'm 5'6". Please contact me if you would like this arrangement. Okay, first of fucking all, 290 and 5'6". Do you know he is a 4x4? Talking about SpongeBob. These are Squidward. No, not Squidward. What's the other little fat one? The little starfish looking one. That's the one he must look like. He could not. He don't. No. Don't even stand too close to me. The sweat would be jumping off. 5'6", 290 pounds last time he checked. That means he could be like in the 320 range by now, right? Because he just ain't nothing about I'm on a weight loss program. He want to be eating 3 meals a day. You know what he would get out of me? Fruit salad for the breakfast, a salad for lunch, and a salad with a piece of meat for dinner. That's what you were going to eat, sir. But I couldn't do it anyway. I know. Can you imagine? Can you imagine them big? You know how they have them fat hands and there's be meat all over the hands like this and just reaching out at you like one of those monster movies? I would lose my mind. I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I don't care. You know, you would have to not only not charge me rent. I want to be paid $1,000 a day, and then I would work for exactly 3 days and be boop out. Oh my God, it's just so gross. I mean, just the thought of it. He's looking like a fucking roly-poly. You know, like a weeble. I done told y'all. I didn't like weebles when my little brother used to have them things. Just roll around, all roller. I just gave me the creeps looking at them. Everybody used to think they were, yeah, them sausage fingers and them fat, the hand is all meaty and shit. Oh, no. And their arms be fat, like right here be fat, and all this be fat. No, I'm good. I can't do it. I like my men to have muscles. Whew, girl, I'm just itching just thinking about this, looking at this. Ugh. Let us move on. Now, here's a brother who's got some issues. He's got some problem. Yeah, he's a mouth breather. What else he gonna do with all that meat pressing on his chest? He can't breathe. His nostrils are compressed by all that meat on his face. You know they had them big old pig faces? No, there's nothing that can be done here. Hi, my name is No. I'm changing my name to that too. My name is No too. That's what gonna be. It's gonna be my new screen name. Oh, thanks, Nubian. So, dude here is like, the only reason why you women are upset about schools being closed is because you can't go to the big booty club. See that no good monkey who just got out of prison and they actually have to be mothers now. I don't want to hear none of that. Well, I have to work. Most of y'all are living off of child support in the government anyway. It's a sad day we're living in. Side note. This wouldn't have happened if you had chosen the right man or got married before having these little bastards. Now, he must not know anything about the divorce rate, huh? Don't you know that divorces will make a lot of women be the single parent of a home? You know, even if they're shared custody, when you see them, she with the kids and she by herself. That's the case with most married women. They with the kids and they by themselves because the husband's off doing whatever. They don't be involved with their kids. I know the big booty club. It's like, dude, you know more about it than we do. Tell us more. He just a trip. He just like a bitter beta male, you know. He just mad because his mama used to go out and leave him at home with a peanut butter and banana sandwich for dinner while she went out shaking her ass to get his next new uncle. That's what that is. You know, people be having all these flashbacks and they try to like assign it to, you know, complete strangers they don't know. But anyway, in the meantime, be very careful about reading this kind of bullshit and getting in your feelings about it. This is some clown on the internet, okay? He don't know nothing. The only woman he knows about is his mama. When you think of it that way, it changes your perspective on the things that Dusty say. When they're talking about their mother. Their mother is a hoe who shakes her ass at the club. That's what he's mad about. He was mad when he was 12, and he's still mad. But you know, that don't have nothing to do with anybody else's reality, sir. That's just yours. You know what? Should have chose a better mama. You should have told your mother. Well, you should have been shaking your ass in the club and getting some ratchet motherfucker to have me, and then we wouldn't be having these problems because I wouldn't be here. Right? So, you know, that's the conversation you need to hit up with moms, dude. Let us move on. Now, Shane says, what would happen if men posted I hate women as much as women posted I hate men? Now, Shane is a white guy. I have cut that off, but Shane is white. So here comes the brother. Now I had to say, okay, look, this is somebody who gets it. This must be interesting. He must have sisters. Or just be a man, finally, a brother with some half a brain. And he says men don't post I hate women. Instead, they murder them, sexually assault them, attempt to legislate away their bodily autonomy, underpay them, require more work of them, and yes, pose irrational sexist hypotheticals for the internet to see. I'm like, dude, this was, this could have almost made it into the savage, but it wasn't quite savage enough because it was too logical. Savagery is just 100% emotional. This was just too logical, real, because everything he said is true. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Didn't he get it though? I was so proud of him. I'm like, oh my God, my king, my king has spoken. Let us move on. Okay, here comes an apologist. Okay, first of all, she's showing all her titties and, camel toe and all this old stuff. Why you got to do all of that on the internet? Come on now. You want male attention. And then you follow the picture is followed up by this begging ass post. Where she know all these men are going to be thirsty as fuck with their low self-esteem having asses and like it. So, there's a lot of people out there. I don't know if you guys really ever thought about this. The internet has provided people with a whole new way to be exhibitionists. And it doesn't necessarily mean always body. They're doing these things to get attention, and social media likes mean a lot to them. If they make a post and it doesn't get very many likes, whatever the meaning is that they have in their head, they go crazy and feel depressed and all kind of stuff. It's real interesting. So the pick me Olympics. So here she is saying all of this stuff. We rejected men who are going to make us wise for guys who made us single mothers. Men are not trash, but our taste for men is trash. Dear men, we are sorry, with cry faces and all this old shit up here. I'm like, man, yeah, it is, just attention seeking. And a lot of women are single mothers, like I said, after divorce. Somebody might die. You could be, and a wife, just because you're a wife don't mean that you're happy, and it don't mean that you're not doing the work of a single mother. Because most husbands don't do that much with their kids in the household. That's the reality of being married. It's going to be on you. So this is like I said, it's illogical, and it's designed to get social media likes. That's why she said it, and that's why she's sitting up there showing showing all these boobs and crotch shots on her profile pic. The combination of the two tells a very interesting story about this young lady. And she needs to get her shit straight and see a shrink and stop this. It's not that critical. You getting likes on social media is not paying you no money. Okay? It ain't going to give you shit. It's a temporary fix for your low self-esteem. Take your ass to a shrink and handle your business. Okay, now this is look at the Dusty got the shopping cart in his mama's kitchen. This is just dust personified. When visiting your mama turns into, let me get a few things before I leave. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this dust. Unbelievable. But moms must have a lot of food if he can get all that, and she still got a lot. Yeah, this guy, man, I'm telling you, I was like, oh no. This is just terrible. But my mother used to do that sometimes, but she would go to like Costco or something, and she would buy, how Costco, you can't buy just one. It's going to be shrink wrapped at least 3 in a pack, more like 5 or 6. So she would call me over there and say, I got all this stuff, come get some. And so I would go over there and she, load my car up with stuff. But that was different. She called me. I didn't ask her. She got, told me to come get it. And I think she bought it with the intention of giving it to us. Because she know we was getting killed with, child, what them called, the daycare fees and stuff. Ooh, oh. When she went to regular school, I was so happy. Got to save so much money. But, yeah. Okay, let's move on from this. So, dude is talking about WAP, wet ass, you know what. So he says extremely juicy ain't even the best. If it's too slippery for me to feel anything, it is trash. Add some cream for viscosity, he says. So girlfriend come back like, oh, so you got a gummy worm. You be giving out the mush mash, the floppy loppy, little engine that can't. Subscriber of Blue Chew. I'm like, oh my God. Talk about just being mean. She just totally roasted him. I don't know. It's like, it's like, a man who doesn't like a woman's natural body. I'm trying to figure out what kind of male that is. That's a guy who has a little bit of sugar in his tank. That you want it to feel like an ass with some cream in it. You just told on yourself, motherfucker. Fudge packing ass. Oh my God. I just was like, this dude is just stupid. And showing his face all up there and everything and making it sound like it's a slam on the women. No, nigga, you talking about your bisexuality right now. That's what you're doing. You want it to feel like it feels when you stick your dick up somebody's ass. Well, that's not what it is because, man and ass and woman and crotch, coochie, the natural thing that you supposed to be screwing. Well, there's a different and it's supposed to feel different and that's for a reason. But you haven't quite straightened that out in your mind yet. And here you are complaining about it on the internet and telling on yourself. I wouldn't be doing that if I were you, sir. I would keep that a secret. You would have never thought of that? As soon as I saw this shit, I thought of that. That's why I do this show, because I can break these kinds of things down to you all. Oh, plus, he got them lips anyway. Because, I use my Photoshop and I zoomed in on that face just to check it out. Like, yep, he got them DSL lips. So what can I say? Let's move on. This was cute. Look at baby's little rain gear. When you throw away your condom and 3 years later it shows up at your door. Yeah, Michelle, you don't know what DSLs are? Someone can tell her what DSLs are. I don't want to say it. But anyway, this is this I thought this was too cute. And it kind of does look like some kind of colored flavored lemon flavored condom or something. I was rolling. This one isn't so much dusty. This one is more humorous. Yeah, and the baby is just adorable. He's just too cute. I could just see myself picking him up, going, "Oh my God, I'm gonna keep you. He's too cute. Look at them little cheeks." All right, let's move on. Enough of me crowing about that little baby's cute face. Look at this dust bucket right here. Okay, how you gonna be this cheap? You gonna be walking down the street with a blow up doll? He's using a free air pump. You couldn't get one of them ones that you have at your house that you just mash. You step on it and you go, it blows, puts a little air in at a time. Oh my God, this is just terrible. Look at dude. And he just has no shame. None, no shame. Probably can't even spell it. I'm like, oh my God, I would not want to do that. Yeah, he desperate. He can't even wait. He probably just got it in the mail 10 minutes ago. Ran downstairs to use the free air to blow it up. Oh my God, if I ever saw somebody doing something like that, I would take a picture of his face and you can bet it'll be the #1 trending picture on Instagram. Yeah, he in a hurry. That's what I say. He probably just got it 10 minutes ago. He didn't even try to cover it up, with a sheet or something, so nobody could know what it is. You know what I mean? Wrap that shit up, a blanket or something. But he didn't even care. He just walking down the street. And you know how them dogs had that big mouth, that big old mouth? Oh my God. So it's not like you can pretend that it's anything else. I was just too through with this. When I saw this, I was just like, this poor guy. I don't even know what to say about him. Yeah, I'm afraid she's right. What do they used to call this? Being sprung. I don't know. There used to be a whole bunch of terms, dick whipped and all kind of stuff. But basically, you lose your mind about some peen. And the women who usually lose their mind, it's usually some community dick. It's not even like nothing, special and unique and wonderful or nothing. It's some old disease ridden, some, herpes covered community dick. And she's like, oh my God, it was so wonderful. I'm like, okay, but what? I mean, what? Why are you tripping like that? They let the men move in. He could be a molester of children with a history of being in prison stuff. She gonna still let him move in because that's, she just can't get enough of that D. So that's, yeah, dickmatized. That's right. That is the word. That's what I was thinking about. So I don't know. This is something to think about. If you notice that you find yourself that being that kind of woman, where you be more focused on, what's going on in the bedroom than what goes on outside of it, that's fine. But you don't fall in love with it. You don't try to marry it. You don't give it no money. You don't get emotionally attached. You don't make yourself vulnerable. And you always practice safe sex. Always. Always. So this was just kind of sad, but Dusties are good at it. I got to say, when you don't have nothing else, you ain't working, you ain't about nothing, you ain't going to school, ain't absolutely nothing useful with your life. When you have a Dusty like that, basically what you have is somebody who is screwing for his life. He's screwing for his life. He's got to, he got to put it down so he can have a place to sleep at night and food to eat and somebody to buy him clothes and pay attention to him and all this other stuff. So, that's why most Dusties are really good in bed. I don't know what else to tell you. Most, but not all. Some of them have trash dick too. And they broke and stupid and ugly. And then I'd be looking at y'all like, what are you doing? Yeah. Okay. This poor guy right here, he was seriously having problems. So somebody posts a phone comment, up on Facebook. Anyone need a crib? It's in great condition. Hardly used it. Dudes, how many bedrooms? So the poster comes back and says a baby crib. LOL. And dude says, shit, I'm high. Don't be trying to blame it on the weed. That's you, just stupid. Trying to pass that baton because you don't want nobody to know how stupid you are. It's just too funny. How many bedrooms? Ooh, the dust. I just want to cough. Exactly. He just dumb. He just dumb, and that's just how it is. Let us move on. Let's move on here. Dude says that dating woman after 30 is miserable. It's just a job interview. What do you do for a living? Where do you live? Do you rent or own? What kind of car do you drive? Etc. These women want to qualify you materialistically to see if you can be their retirement plan. No, not retirement plan, but she want to make sure that she ain't sucked dry before retirement, taking care of your broke, dusty ass. She's trying to get a feel for it. Do you match her? Do you match her in lifestyle, education, and income earnings? Do you? Are you on the bus and she driving a benzo? What? Why would any man who's got his shit together be resentful that a woman is trying to check to make sure that he got his shit together too? This is a Dusty. This is somebody who's broke and stupid and who does not understand Well, I guess he does understand, but he knows he doesn't measure up. So he's resentful that a woman would be, eliminating him for not measuring up. So what, she's supposed to give with somebody who's broke, who's living in a box on the street behind McDonald's, eating out the garbage bin and stuff, and taking the bus. No job, picking up cans on the street. That's what you think she's supposed to do? Yeah, that's it. I wish more women under 30 would get smart like that and be asking them kind of questions and not even ask, observe. Don't get yourself caught up because just because he's making that kind of money and doing stuff, that don't mean he's going to share it with you. Because a lot of these dudes are very selfish. They want to get everything from you, but they don't want to give you nothing. And for dudes like that, you need to cut them loose, eliminate them. He's just, a just generator. Yeah, he is. So I just thought this was just a lot of nerve. It's like, so you as a black woman, right? Because he black up in this picture. You are not supposed to be having somebody who's on your level. Look, just checking to see if he's on your level. You're just supposed to take whoever comes along because he wants you. That's basically what he's saying here. So, don't be feeling like when you see stuff like this, you guys will be internalizing this nonsense. And the next thing you'll be like, oh no, I shouldn't ask him these things because on that meme it said that I was being asking like a job interview. No, it gets into job interview when you start asking questions like, well, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And on first date, hey, how are you? What's your status on marriage and children? Okay, well, now we're interviewing and we're doing too much. Okay, but just ask a general get to know you kind of questions like where you live and, do you rent or own? I mean, especially if you own your spot, why shouldn't you have somebody who also owns his? That's almost impossible out here in the Bay Area, though. You got to be making some major bank or be in some special program or something where they be helping first-time home buyers. Because I tell you, it's $500,000 for your average, just 2-bedroom, like, little townhouse thing. 500 grand, okay? And you need to be making at least like 125, 150 to qualify for a mortgage. So if there's two people, then yeah, you can do it. But let's move on from that miserable topic. Look at this dude. He kind of looks like, if his ears got longer, he would look like an elf. But he say his name is Devin. Now check out this profile. This must be on one of these swipey things. I don't know which one because I don't go on them. If interested, then ask if you can't accept me for who I am like I would for you. If it's real, then fuck off. I'm a proud first-time dad, August 24th of 2020. Okay, this baby is not even a week old, and he on here looking for some new ass. A son. I'm single. No baby mama drama. But if you believe it is, then fuck you. Shit is in compliance. If you don't date men with children, then go beat your feet and find your Prince Charming. But I understand, other than that, I'm really a cool dude. No creep shit. Yeah, the baby just came out. And he already out here trying to make baby number 2. Oh, he don't look tired enough yet. He ain't tired yet. Take over to take care of a newborn and don't miss sleep for 3 months like the rest of us did. Exactly. He ain't tired. Wait, I know, look, girl, I have to tell y'all, okay, my daughter was born in April. Mother's Day is May, so she was about 6 weeks old when it was our first Mother's Day. And I'm sitting up there, I'm holding her like this, right, and we're taking a picture. And I had put makeup on and stuff, and I had tried to do my hair and had on like, this pink blouse, and I was looking all, feminized and young motherly and all this old stuff, right? I'm thinking I'm cute. I looked at that picture afterwards. I looked like I got stopped and drop kicked and beat up by the Crips. I was like all kind, just looked at whoa. I had bags down to here because I hadn't slept for 6 weeks, not really. and stuff. I mean, my skin, was kind of look grayish pallor or something because I didn't really go outside because, she was too new and it was April. It's, still wintry. It's cold and rainy and stuff. So I hadn't really been outside and. Oh, the picture was just, every time I look at it, I just want to cry. This was in the picture. We up there, her cheek grinning and I'm grinning with her little toothless smile. And we sitting up there thinking we cute in this picture where we look, well, I anyway look a hot mess. She just looked like, a new baby. But I was like, this is just terrible. I never gonna show anybody this picture. But every time I look at it, I just remember them days of sleeplessness. That's why I say he looks good. He ain't tired yet. This boy ain't tired yet. Well, my daughter slept. I don't know. She started sleeping through the night after about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months. She was sleeping, so then I got some sleep. But yeah, them first weeks, honey, I looked like I had got drop kicked. It was terrible. It was just terrible. Now look at this. This is so fucked up. Mr. Meyer gazing at his baby. Aw. Mr. Lee gazing at his baby. Aw. Mr. Lopez gazing at his baby. Mr. Mixtape getting ready to deny his baby. I was like, damn. Oh, there's so much truth to this. It's just sad, though. So sad. Yeah, but that's why we do this show. It's Dusty. Now, whoever made the thing is Dusty. And, trying slamming the dust mites. And then the fact that this happens so often in the black community is actually what makes it kind of sad. Mr. Mixtape. Oh. Oh, yeah, it is prison, huh? Because he got on his orange jumpsuit. You're right. He got on his orange. Good seeing. I hadn't even looked at it that close. But you're right. And the dude behind him got on orange, too. That's too much of a coincidence unless they in a singing group. They got on matching outfits. You feel bad to be laughing, girl? Don't take this show seriously unless we're talking about some, political or mind-bending thing. You cannot get in your feelings about this show because you would just be all kind of messed up. This show is designed to be funny and to drag stupid people. That's what we do. It's Friday night, just nonsense. That's all I can tell you. Okay, let's move on. Now, this was seriously fucked up. Dude, it looked like there's at least $100 bill back there. He says, it took 3 days for my girl to find the money that I left her, and he taped it to the back of her deodorant. Now, what does that tell you? I hope that she had more than one deodorant. That's all I can say. I hope she had more than one. Because otherwise, this is a very sad state of Rona affairs. Oh, you guys remember all those advice letters where the people talking about folks had dude was spraying himself with Febreze and stuff because he didn't want to take a shower? This reminded me of that. And I was like, wow, Rona is really bringing out the nasty in people. Oh, I could not stop laughing. So anyway, let us move on. Now, some woman talking about my baby daddy ain't nothing to play behind. I fight for mine, period. And then here go the baby daddy. Oh my God, look at this dust mite. Look at where his pants are. And you can see he ain't that young. What are you doing? Oh my goodness gracious. He couldn't even stand next to me. If I saw something like that walking towards me on the street, I would dip into traffic and play dodge car to make sure that I didn't walk too close to that. Because, see, that looked like it has lice and fleas and tigers and stuff. I'm not trying to be next to nobody looking like that. That's how you start itching. That shit be jumping off of them onto you. You got to really be careful on public transportation because them white people be on there with all kind of lice in their heads and stuff. White shit moving in their head. You be standing up by them and you can see it. And they be sitting up there. I'm like, look, wrap your ass up in some saran wrap so you don't be dropping them bugs all over the place. That's why I like to be in my car. I don't like to be on public transportation. Folks be nasty. Just gross. I used to wear rubber gloves on my finger, on my hands on public transportation long before Rona. Cause I just saw, I'ma tell you all, cause I'm about to gross you out like I was grossed out. So I'm on BART. Okay, I'm on BART, and this man is standing there, and they have these poles. Now they have straps that you hang on, but they used to not have those. They just had the poles that were by some of the seats. So he's, holding on to the thing, and then he's got his briefcase and, whatever, all the stuff he's carrying. So I guess his nose was clogged. So dude did like this and blew the booger's plug into his hand, looked at it, and then held onto the pole. It was that day I started bringing my rubber gloves everywhere I went. I saw this with my own two eyes on BART, headed into downtown San Francisco from Oakland. Yes. And I'm telling you, I've never been so grossed out in my life. Yep, and he did it in front of everybody. And just like, then you see people like in wheelchairs and stuff, they done shit on themselves, just reeking the whole thing. Go, everybody clear out the car because it smells. One time I was on there and this dude, was holding on to the straps that's up above. So this, right, I'm short. So my head is like right here on him, right? And he's holding on. The fumes, I thought I was going to faint. I was like, oh my God, it was hot and he was funky and I was short and my face was right by them fumes. It was like he was, oh, I couldn't believe. I said, dude, can you switch arms? And he's like, what? I said, because you stink. You stink. I'm about to fucking pass out. I can't breathe. So he got all red and everything, but he switched arms and everybody was looking at me. You think I gave a fuck? I'm like, you ain't killing me up in this bitch. I'm not going to die of funk. Okay, I'm going to die of something else, but it won't be this. But I'm telling you what, he was cutting off my air supply. I was about to breathe my last breath. I'm like, you got to switch arms. This is just not funny. Shoot, let's move on. Yes, honey, BART. That you could write a whole book about the BART stories. I have a whole bunch of them because when I had to take BART when I used to work in the city, I had started chronicling them on my Facebook page. I wonder what I did with those. They were hilarious. So this guy says this is what she says she wants. I need a fine ass man to pay my bills and pick me up from the ER every night. I'm tired of driving and lay in bed with me while I eat ice cream. Okay, well, she work in the ER, so she's a nurse or some kind of something, right? Because you don't just work in the ER just for no reason. And he says, but what she's really looking for is a sucker. So a man who, you know, she evidently, like I said, she's doing something. She's making some money, but she wants a guy who can pay the bills. Most women want that. They want somebody where they have to pay the bills. Who's the man then? You know what I mean? I don't think she's asking for a lot either. Pick me up. I used to have a guy that drove from his house across town to San Francisco to pick me up, drive me to my job, and then go back to his house or to his job. Then he would get off work, come and pick me up and drive me home. I was still living with my parents at that time. And I was like, wow, you know, he did a lot. I would have never done all of that, but he wanted to, so, I didn't have to be on public transportation. It was nice. But Cardi B said, I don't cook and I don't clean. I haven't heard the song, but I've heard a lot of people talking about it. And so dude's throwing her out in the trash. And see, she's a businesswoman, right? She's a career woman. Look how she's dressed. You seeing this, right? She's a career woman. And he's focused on the fact that she don't cook and she don't clean. And so he's throwing her in the trash. Well, you got a babe who's pulling down cash like that. She can hire somebody to cook and clean, and then neither one of you got to cook and clean. But I thought, wow, this is really interesting. So that's the extent of your usefulness, women, to cook and clean. That's it. I was like, wow, they really dragging Cardi though about this. Cardi and what's her name, Megan Thee Stallion. They wish they made that video together. Okay, Jane says women always think they're giving ride or die wifey when they hold down broke men. Meanwhile, the men are dreaming of getting enough money to afford a woman who wouldn't dare tolerate broke men. And she's right. That's the first thing they want to do is the dudes want to level up. They want to level up. Their leveling up is different. They want the kind of woman that's going to make other men jealous. That make them look like they're big shit in front of other dudes. So they want a woman who's like, a dime piece, who's got it going on, who they can brag about. Okay? So y'all thinking you holding down some broke fool and that he's going to reward you later with his loyalty and, all the stuff when he makes himself a success, you're stupid. Because he's going to leave you. Because he's going to want the woman that he could have never got before because he was broke. See, while you was busy building him up and helping him get on his feet and stuff, all you doing is polishing him up for some other woman. And as soon as he gets up on his feet, he going to leave you. And he going to go get him the woman that he could never, ever, 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 ever get the attention of, but now he can. Because he got his shit straight finally. With your help, of course, your back-breaking labor. And then you want to get mad. I done told you to stop helping men. You don't listen. You don't listen. Well, they want to brag. I got this friend who do this and she do that and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, you can brag. But as soon as I need something, you better be unanswering some money. Because it's like, you don't get to affiliate yourself with me for free. Where's my cut? I have to channel my inner Leandra. Yeah, yeah. You be thinking you could change them? Psh, please. Ain't no man. They don't even hardly change when they want to change, because it's a lot of work to change. People get tired. They get lazy. They just say, this is good enough. I've been okay since, I was a bum. Let me just continue being a bum. So I don't know. Okay, I don't know. We've had this around for a couple of weeks, and I just could not wrap my mind around putting it up because it was just kind of hard for me to look at. That look, I just know. And I hate to be mean, but see, this is the kind of thing, brother man, if this is you in the chest area, get that shit waxed. Use some Nair or something. You should not be walking around looking like that. I just like, I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan. I just, I just can't. That's why they have waxing, though. Brother man, you can just go and have that taken care of and stuff. Yeah, I just, yeah, and then it scratches you and stuff. I'm really not trying to feel all that. I have delicate skin. She's like, she said I could gag. Yeah, I don't know. I knew this girl. She had met this dude and she was telling me about him, right? She says, oh, he has so much hair. He has to wash with shampoo. I'm like, what is his mama, a ape? His parents are gorillas? I mean, what are you talking about? She was not amused. I thought I was very funny, but she was not amused. And she said, no, I really like him. I said, you like somebody who's part ape? That is not even normal. That's just too close to our ancient descendants that, walked on their haunches. That's just not cool. That shows where his DNA is from. I'm not trying to be affiliated with nobody like that. Yeah, but dude washing with shampoo, and she was all mesmerized by it. I was just looking at her like, something's wrong with you. That shit ain't even normal. I don't know what he got on, but whatever it is, it ain't my concern. Because again, another one who cannot stand next to me. Girlfriend came back with this. This was funny. This is a pre-savage. This is the pre-savage. She says, I wish men would get back into wearing cologne because I'm tired of y'all smelling like weed, alcohol, and lies. I thought I was going to die. Weed, alcohol, and lies, she says. I'm like, wow. Oh, oh my God. She came hard though. Okay, that was hard. That was hard. Let's see what else we got coming up. Yeah, but yeah, they just, and then not to mention, she left out the part about they smell like armpits or feet. That part being there too. Okay, now we're here with the Savage Awards. This is the first one. Dude up here with that dome itch trying to lecture somebody. You black women need to stop sounding so bitter. It's unattractive. And then you wonder why you're still single. Mm-hmm. And somebody came back and said, you just mad because your hairline left your ass. And look how they zoomed in on it. That shit was savage as hell. I was screaming. Oh, he looked like he just add some wrinkles to his forehead and shit. He looked like Worf's cousin on Star Trek. I mean, remember how Lieutenant Worf? Dude, you all cousins. You related. Oh, let me stop. Let us move on to Savage Award number 2. Ah, this was a different kind of savage, but it was like, damn, for real. And then you had to kind of think about it. You know, it's one of those things that makes you go, hmm, well, yeah, you're right. It's unsavory and not quite what we're really looking for. Just like a pool with pee. Oh my God. This is terrible. Okay, and this is Savage Award number 3, and then we go into our winner for the night. So this girl posts, I like spending my money on men. And this one comes back and says, same here, sis, but the N is silent. So I like spending my money on me. I was like, oh, that was pretty brilliant. I like that. I like it. Very well done. Well done. Okay, and this is our last slide of the evening. The winner of the Savage Award goes to whoever sent this one. Oh, this poor girl. She got so slammed. She got so slammed. She talking about people looking like Winnie the Pooh. And girlfriend came back and said, well, I would lose weight and look good in a crop top if I walked the distance between your eyebrows. Oh, what you gonna say to that? I mean, is there really a comeback for that? I think I would just close all my social media accounts and just run away and hide and hope I grew a unibrow so I could fix that problem. Oh, oh my God, this is just too much. But you know, look at that close up girlfriend. What you do? Where the rest of your eyebrows at? I thought that shit was hilarious. I'm sorry. I had to laugh. I know she was upset, but it was funny. And so therefore, whoever sent this in, this was perfect. Thank you. And this is our winner for tonight for being the most savage meme of the show. but I'm glad you guys could sit in for me for this nonsense. I tell you, this is the craziest show. We've been doing this now. What is two? I'm going on about 2.5 years or so. The first year I did it, for most of the year, but now I just do it during the summer. It's like part of our summer programming, and just a break from the seriousness. And we just talk about people. That's all we do. Drag folks and just laugh at them. And it's a good thing to do on a Friday night after, to relieve some stress from work and stuff and all this Rona and kids and all this stuff. You get to laugh for an hour or so. And I think it's all good. Now, if you have something that you want to, that you saw something online or you think you might over the next 2 weeks, so we're going to do this shoot show 2 more times. You send them in. Don't even try to say, oh, I don't know if this is good. Just send it anyway, because you never know. You never know what we're looking for. So send it in right here to survivingdating@gmail.com. Make the subject line Dusty News. Dusty News. You can do screenshots. You can do, if you're on your desktop, just download it for a minute and send it and attach it to an email. Whatever you want to do, just send it on in, and we'll take it from there. And my cousin and I, we take up turns looking at them and trying to figure out which ones we're going to put on the show. Sometimes there is some back and forth and argument and disagreement, but most of the time I get my way, and then we, go on from there. Let's see. Where's my, oh, there it is. Okay. Man, I need to do better about organizing my stuff. So anyway, I don't think we'll have a Sunday sermon this week because I'm trying to do it like every other week. Thanks everybody for sending in your ideas. I'm, looking them over and taking them very seriously. I'm going to try to eventually work my way around to addressing most of them. There were some really, really good ideas sent there. Thanks, Michelle. And everybody who donated on the super chat. I also have a Cash App account, which is actually preferable. Guess what I found out? YouTube takes 30% of the super chat donations. I didn't know that. 30% off the top. I'm like, well, damn. We do all the work and they get the money. But yeah, the Cash App right there, $Debsterism. Yes, I just found that out. I mean, it's good, it's convenient because I guess people have, their Google Pay or whatever hooked into their YouTube account. And so, it makes it easy. Just press a button and it does it. But I'm saying if you have Cash App and you want to send a donation, please do that because then we get all of it versus the 30%, which I always wondered why it was so much less than what people donated. When I would get the check, I was like, why is it so? What happened? Sometimes though people make a donation and they don't have the money. That has happened. But I think the biggest part was I just didn't realize what percentage they took. I thought it was like maybe 10%, but it's 30%. But yeah, so feel free to do that. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, please hit that subscription button and the like on your way out. And so you get notice of stuff because I'm thinking, I don't have a Sunday sermon, but somewhere in there I feel like I have something I need to say because I've been thinking about some stuff that I saw posted on the wall that I want to respond to. So it's going to be something like that. Look for the pop-up this weekend, probably on Saturday. And, I hope that you guys enjoyed yourselves here tonight. Go out and have fun, doing something at home and drinking or partying or doing something, Skyping with your dates, all kind of stuff's going on these days. But I will see y'all really, really soon. Lovely people. It was very nice to spend this time with you. I will see you very, very soon. Thanks, Lady Boss.